HDMI 2.2. People are talking about it as the latest and greatest thing, but I'm here to tell you that it's complete at least for now. What's going on, YouTube team, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Max. I'm here to talk about HDMI 2.2 and why I think it's useless for now. For those of you who don't know, HDMI 2.2 is supposed to be the next step in display technology. I'm going to be talking about the pros first, and then I'm going to go ahead and go into the cons as in why I think the technology is useless for right now. So let me go ahead and talk about the pros. So for those of anyone that doesn't know, HDMI 2.2 is going from a bandwidth of 48 to all the way to 96 gigabytes per second and is a port up to 16K or 8K at 240 hertz or 4K at 480 hertz. So those are kind of like good news when it comes to gamers. But the other thing that is a really good benefit is that it's supposed to fix the lip sync issue, especially when you have a connected device to it. So if you don't know anything about lip sync issue, is sometimes you be looking at content if you have a Blu-ray player or you're looking at some type of streaming device, or even if you're playing games, you may run into some issues where you're looking at content or playing some games where you know that certain things when it comes to content watching, when it comes to people talking, you notice that their lips are out of sync with the actual audio. And that could be a real issue. There are areas where you could fix that with a TV or TV settings or something you could do with your AV receiver, but that has been a known issue for a very long time. So HDMI 2.2 is supposed to help address that. And also too, when it comes to gaming, PC gaming specifically, you do have the option to play it at 4K at 480 hertz, which is very good news. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons. What is the point of HDMI 2.2 if you have no devices that support it? If you look at TVs right now, we have Sony, Hisense, TCL, and Panasonic. You have two ports that's HDMI 2.1. You have Hisense, TCL, and you have Panasonic that does 4K at 144 hertz. And even the 2025 TVs, you had those TVs going at 165 hertz. But for the Sony TVs, that's 2024, you only do 4K at 120 hertz. Now, the other two ports, you have HDMI 2.0 that supports 4K 60. And so you have no devices at this moment that will support anything that get remotely close to 16K, which I feel that as of right now is technology that we don't need at this moment. Even if you look at the PlayStation 5 Pro that have HDMI 2.1 that only supports 32 gigs worth of bandwidth and not even the full 48 gigs like other devices that have it. Now, when you come to content wise, if you look at streaming services, you only have barely 4K, maybe, and we don't even really have the bandwidth that even support the full bit rate of 4K. You have Netflix, you have Apple, you have Google, you have Hulu, you have all these streaming services that doesn't even really does the full bandwidth of 4K, let alone even thinking about doing 8K. We have no 8K content. We have no 8K players. We have a handful of 8K TVs, but we have nothing as when it comes to content or gaming that really supports that. Now we have a couple of games here and there that you could play at 8K if you have a PC or even in the PS5 Pro, maybe a handful of games. But a lot of that is very low frame rate, and then even the GPUs that supports it at a 8K content, a lot of it is a lot lower when it comes to frame rates that support it. And then on top of that too, you don't have a lot of monitors that does 8K. So I really don't see a lot of benefits with HDMI 2.2 at this moment in 2025. They're supposed to be rolling this out later this year, and it's just something that I don't want people to go ahead and rush to go ahead and buy. It just doesn't make any sense at the moment because you have nothing in the market that supports it at this time. It's going to be years before you'll see devices started rolling out to HDMI 2.2, but even right now, we don't even have devices that have HDMI 2.1 at the full bandwidth of 48. So it's just one of those things that I just wanted to make a video on because it's been driving me crazy that We got this announcement at CES, and I've been kind of like holding, trying to get some more information about HDMI 2.2. Now, there are some benefits to it, which I mentioned about the whole lip sync, but it's just like, unless you're a PC gamer, and which I really don't see a lot of people using HDMI 2.2 to begin with, because they had a display port that the majority of PC gamers do use. And it's just like, even TV manufacturer or even console gamers, you won't see HDMI 2.2 anytime soon. Now, what would be great, and they even could do this right now, is bring back 3D content. That's something that I've been talking about for quite some time, and you can even utilize the HDMI 2.1 right now. That's what content needs to start doing right now. We need to support more when it comes to 3D content. Now, I don't know why we don't have that at the moment, but that's something I would like to see in the future. But let me know in the comments your thoughts about HDMI 2.2. Are you thinking about upgrading your cords, your to HDMI 2.2 to support the latest and greatest? I know I'm not anytime too soon because I don't see any type of devices that is going to support that. I don't see any type of monitors or TVs in the near future that's going to be doing that as well. And then even 4K players, you can see that starting to die out, and even when it comes to physical media as well too. But if you could do me a favor first by hitting that like and the subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I see everyone in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.